Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Data Dispatch. I hope you guys are having a great day. Palantir Technologies has a big success today as they execute a very important partnership that allows them to get heavily involved with the Canadian public sector. And as we continue to see Palantir establish these key partnerships and collaborations and even contract expansions, this allows Palantir to expand their revenue basis and also diversify their exposure with the products that they have to offer. Now, we're going to be talking about PLTR's price points, what we've seen and what we could be possibly seeing in the future, global macroeconomic effects. We have the GDP that actually really beat market expectations today and what could be coming down the pipeline. Now, if you are new or a returning viewer, hit that like button, subscribe for daily videos. And of course, I'm not a financial advisor, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm just collecting all the data and dispatching it to you. Here's actually the official article. Let's bring it to detail right here that Palantir and Carasoft, if I'm saying that right, Carasoft, they expand partnership to deliver mission critical software to the Canadian public sector. Now, this is actually Palantir Technologies Canada Incorporated, which is actually a wholly owned subsidiary of PLTR that we know of that is traded on the New York Stock Exchange. Now, they have partnered to expand and accelerate the delivery of Palantir's operating systems across the Canadian public sector. Now, what Carasoft is a trusted government IT solutions provider, and they are going to be the sole distributor of the Palantir platform under the government of the actual Canada software licensing agreement. Now, this is great because as Palantir is continuing to expand and these partnerships are being established, this does represent a key milestone in Palantir's growth and continued investment, not only in the US, but in Canada, getting involved with these different countries and really bringing diversification to their actual clientele. With that, on top of what we do have, Palantir actually has a little bit of a continuation of a pullback in price. And versus the actual market data that we have right here, like I said, GDP beats expectations. We see the S&P Dow Jones up about 0.5%. But Palantir coming down about another 1.73% here is not necessarily a bad thing. In terms of actually trading patterns, what I do like is Palantir is actually settling and consolidating within the $16 zone. Why this is slightly surprising to me is because we typically haven't seen a lot of trading action within the 16s for Palantir, especially in recent history. If we quickly zoom out here, Palantir was kind of consolidating between the 13s and the 15s that we talk about a lot, had that launch up to the 2185 after the Q3 results, and now is kind of consolidating and building foundation within the actual 16s. And if we quickly over here toggle to the options trading, end of week expirations, which is going to be end of day expirations starting tomorrow, a lot of bets at the $17 strike price, 17,000 in terms of the actual call volume. So maybe with this Canadian partnership, a lot of retail or institutional, both of them combined, could be taking a bullish bet on Palantir. Now, on top of that, another big key component about PLTR is the upcoming earnings date. It's going to be happening February 5th right here. Like I said, we got earnings per share, projections at 8 cents, revenue at $603 million. And this is where it leads to, is Palantir, this is basically a high risk, high reward play on the AI boom. And one thing that I do like what Investor Place does break down right here is talking about PLTR and how Webull calls the stock the best pure play AI name. And that if you didn't own PLTR stock last year, they blew up. We saw the actual momentum, the buying confidence, and a lot of profitability coming into this individual stock. Represented with that, 167% gain by PLTR. Now, shares aren't soaring this year like NVIDIA. And if we quickly toggle over here, if you guys haven't been seeing what's been happening with NVIDIA, it's been astronomical. I mean, just look at this chart right here, sitting and hitting basically year-to-date highs every single day almost for the last month in a row. NVIDIA pops here from 500 all the way to 628, kind of settles here at the 616. Could we possibly have, if there's going to be any profit taken with NVIDIA, market share coming into PLTR stock? Or for people that are seeing the AI exposure, getting FOMO on the explosion of NVIDIA, what's a cheaper stock that is also a leading competitor in the AI data analytic tools in terms of a software perspective? Because NVIDIA is hardware. So in terms of a software perspective, Palantir at $16 looks relatively like a great deal compared to NVIDIA. And talking about that, we've only seen Palantir rising only about 3% over in the previous few weeks. And does this mean Is the run over, or is it just getting started? And talking about this two-prong approach right here and really talking about crunching with the numbers is that Palantir is really, I want to say, starting to get exposure with a real growth market, and that is the commercial segment. Talking about their AIP platform, and if we talk about this, the AIP bootcamps, which allows these potential clients to have a zero to a use case within 5 days and allows these private clients to test Palantir for a cost of $0. Now, while this is a great business model, you can see it is working. Palantir is still continuing to expand these partnerships, build new collaborations, and also have key contracts that are helping bring revenue and diversification, not only being involved with governmental contracts like we have seen in the past. And what we could have is a lot of expectations and volatility within the next few weeks here, because February 5th, ladies and gentlemen, is only about a week and a half away. And after the actual market is when these earnings are going to be reported. We're going to have a better idea on how AIP is actually affecting the success, the revenue, the earnings per share, and many other key metrics such as commercial customer growth and commercial revenue for this company. And like I said, with that and their focuses on actually getting more into the commercial side of things, I mentioned before, I think is going to be one of the key catalysts that continues. And the recently launched AIP has been a great transformer and a transitioner for the actual company's products. And this is integrating, like I said, their actual existing machine learning capabilities with these large language models that we're seeing developed and that we've seen explode just last year in 2023. I mean, just look at ChatGPT from OpenAI, look at Google Bard, look at Microsoft's Chat. They are all continuing to gain traction, and this has been a major growth catalyst. So with that being said, Palantir, like I said, we haven't seen trading like NVIDIA, but I think its time is still yet to come in 2024. And in yesterday's video, we talked about possible pullbacks for PLTR. I think that could still happen. We could still continue to see pullbacks. This is a highly volatile stock. And with earnings coming up, if they were to miss it for any reason, if there were to be any fluctuations, possibly investors that have a long-term growth perspective could get in at a cheaper price. Now, it's all about your risk assessment. Of course, I would agree that Palantir is a pure play AI stock. So make sure you do your full research and make your own decision before making an investment decision. But other than that, that's all that I have for you guys. Hope you guys had a great day. I've been enjoying reading the comments. Some of them make me laugh. Thanks for the jokes. I try to respond to all of them as much as I can, but as they come through, it does get difficult, but I'll try to make a point to get back to your comment. Let me know, what do you think down in the comments about this partnership? What do you think is going to be happening in the next few weeks for PLTR? And I'll get back to you. Peace out and take care.